Hello, friends. I just want to share this today that I feel is important to share about surrendering our desires and wants and needs. It feels like that we don't realize how much we are bound by and slaves to the things that we're chasing in this world that's based on an egoic sense of ourselves, wanting something, needing something, defending something. Defense and attack of others, judgment or fears are all within that realm of the ego mind. And I was listening to Eckhart Tolle this morning, actually, reminding the world that there is a real, many people these days are kind of ready for this awakening, this shift of identity from believing we are our thoughts, believing we are our mind, believing we are the ego identity. This is just who I am, all related to the body and this sense of separation. Even though we go, yeah, I get it that we're spirit, yeah, I get it that we're, that we're one in essence, but really to get it is to cross a threshold to actually deeply surrender all that you want from this world, including your own self, and to truly recognize that you are and you always have been and you always will be the one infinite power, the one infinite eternal source. Everything comes and goes in this source, this isness, this awareness, this formlessness, this invisible, intangible presence that nobody can actually describe. Words only ever point. Jesus pointed to it. Buddha pointed to it. Many beings today that I've mentioned, Rupert Spira, Eckhart Tolle, Mooji, Adyashanti, Satyananda, all these beings are pointing to the same one truth and pointing you to the realization of your true nature. And what does this have to do with our desires and our needs? Well, desires and wants and needs all come from a false sense of self. We grow up we don't necessarily come in with it, but we are conditioned into believing that we are this body. We learn our name, we learn our identity, we get to know our qualities, and it all looks very innocent and good in a way, and in a way there's nothing wrong with it, as I say. But all the roles we play, all of the changing phenomena of our life, even our body is constantly changing, our personality is constantly changing, we're kind of evolving, and everything, in a sense, if you notice your life and you look back, it's like there's a display in front of your eyes that's ever changing. We begin as we get older to realize, yeah, friends really do go, people die, things that seemed permanent are impermanent and temporary. All our roles are temporary. Somehow we know I'm only this for a certain while, and then it will change. But because we can witness this, because there is a presence somehow that is unchanging, that is just always here. Are you always here? Yes, if you look, if you've always looked inside at any given moment to check, are you here? You are here. But as what? Somehow there is this witnessing presence. But what's the point? Why am I pointing this out? Because as Eckhart Tolle was talking about in this video, and I will give you a link to this with this YouTube clip, that there is a tremendous freedom and liberation and true salvation to be actually enjoyed and had and embodied and lived when we realize truly who we are, and that we are not actually a slave to our thoughts. You know, Mooji pointed out to me that the most potent and important part of my inquiry is to realize that my mind is insignificant. Not the practical mind, the practical functioning, that's all fine, but who I take myself to be. This constant voice inside that can judge and, put ourselves down, or this voice that can be not just critical but vicious, actually. That we can genuinely find a freedom from this. Be free of this. When you realize it's of no importance, of no significance, and it has no power of its own, it can be ignored and turned away from, and you can remain in and as this living presence. This source. It only goes unrecognized and ignored very often because it looks like nothing. And the ego doesn't really like nothing. But in a way, it's not just nothing. It permeates everything. This presence, everything comes from it. This silence, this peace. Everything is arising and falling within it, and it permeates everything. So this is the true empowerment. The true empowerment is not defending our full self and feeling proud of our rights to be defending who we think we are as a person. The true source is in really surrendering any desires, any wants, any needs, and to say, I am available. I don't care what's going to happen with my life. I cannot control it. I even surrender myself to this greater power that I trust and have faith in. That all will unfold by that grace, and the joy that arises out of the freedom from desires and wants and needs of the personal realm is magnificent. So enjoy this freedom. Realize truly who you are. I send you my love. I send you my blessing. Thank you. Thank you.